All right, wild story of the week. I've got two of them this week. Two wild stories of the week. First one is from Dane Campbell. Starts off saying, a friend and I used to play the same 9-hole course day after day after day. It was our intro to disc golf, and we loved it more than anything. However, it got a bit repetitive. To spice things up, we tried different things to make rounds entertaining. One modification we landed on was playing all throws with our eyes closed. We were playing this style once, and my friend hit an ace. It was his first ace ever. We lost our minds, but it gets better. As we were playing our second loop, a stranger asked if he could join us for a few holes. We told him we were playing with our eyes closed, and he loved the idea. He stood on the tee pad, thought out his line, and closed his eyes and let it rip. Boom, ace. It was also his first ace ever. Something magic was in the air that day, and I'll never forget the joy we all shared. I love this game. Anyway, killer podcast, guys. Thank you for all the great content.
That gave me little chills, actually. That's a sick story.
Blind ace? How long do you think it would take you to get a blind ace?
Depends on the hole.
Well, like, let's just say like an aceable hole, like a 270 foot, 250 foot, right in front of you, ace or aceable hole.
I bet you I could do it within
so like 50 tries.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, 50 feels like a good number.
But yeah. it's tough. You know what? It's really hard. If you go to my YouTube channel, actually, for Vlogmas, we did that challenge with Simon, Drew, and Germ. And Germ and I were doubles partners, kind of, to where one of the guys was blindfolded and the other one had to explain where be the caddy and take them through it. I'm telling you, I rewatched it. I was in tears. It was the funniest video I've ever been a part of. It was so funny. It is so hard. Extremely difficult. The biggest thing that's tough is like it's very hard to have feedback, right? So you need someone telling you, okay, that was too far right, that was too far left. But without you being able to see it, it is very hard to make those corrections when you throw blindfolded shots. It's actually a pretty good idea for a video. I might try it because I'm envisioning, pardon the pun, being blindfolded and you can't take it off until it's past until you ace. Like you can't like be pick and watch it go in. You got to like go through the whole effect. That'd be fun. I'd be down to do that. I'd probably just do it like on a 200-foot hole though. Yeah. Yeah, just a 500-footer downhill. You just have to be there for months. All right, we have a second one. This is I'm trying to figure out where this was from. I can't remember where I found this. It starts off, a friend of mine has recorded over 32,500 throws and has yet to hit his first ace. We thought it would be fun to see if anyone else has him beat for most recorded throws without hitting their first ace. Fun fact, his streak also includes second, third, fourth drives. The man has not thrown a disc from a tee pad into a basket in 586 rounds. Post your streaks and help him realize he's not alone, I hope. So then he has the graphic, 586 rounds, 10,275 holes, 32,589 throws, no aces. Oh, man. Here's a response. I've been playing since 1999, probably 100 to 200 rounds a year. I've hit chains, but never the bottom of the basket off the pad. I still try darn near every hole. Nothing yet. But the anticipation keeps me throwing plastic. This dude's been trying to ace for 25 years. Oh, man. 25 years this guy's trying to ace. You know what I love about that, though? I love that it sounds like a person who's not just going to sit there and be like, nope, I'm doing it, and just takes a day. Like, he wants a natural ace, you know what I mean? And I respect that. Like, it sounds like he's just out there. What courses is this guy playing? Is he playing Iron Hill? Yeah, he's playing like freaking D-Glow, like over and over, where you get like 3 chances if you can throw 500 feet. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. All right, well, if you guys have crazy... How long did it take for you? I think I got it within my first week. Really? Dallas has super short courses, and I was playing 3 to 5.
Yeah, I was playing like 3 to 5 rounds every day.
Yeah.
And so I was getting, what is that? That's 56 to, almost 90 holes a day. And these holes I'm talking about, 200, 250. I think the first ace, people are saying Alex Clark. I think my first ace was actually at McCord Park, I believe. It's on my Instagram somewhere if someone wants to dig it up. But if you have a crazy story, a wild story, if you will, that you want to send in for us to read on the podcast, you can send it into our intern David at wildstorytour@gmail.com. That is wildstorytour@gmail.com. And maybe we will share your story.
What's your wildest story, Brody, on the disc golf course?
I'm going to save that to the very end of this podcast.
Oh, you got one?
No, like to the very end of this podcast.
You're never going to
of tour life.
You're never going to say your wild story.
I'll say it at our last podcast, which I was thinking about. How crazy is that going to be? Because I don't think this is going to be a podcast that we just like fizzle out and we just like stop uploading. Like there's gonna be a time where me and you decide, and maybe Silas is still with us. Hopefully, Silas, don't big time us.
Yeah.
But there will be a time.
Silas.
He's gonna get a job with ESPN and leave us.
I just know it. I feel that in my heart.
It's going to happen. There's gonna be a time where me and you are like, all right, dude, I think this is the last year. Like let's finish this out. And maybe we're like 65 years old. We're two old timers.
I don't even think that's going to happen. I think we just find replacements and somebody takes it over.
I love that idea. I love that idea. Yeah. But there will be a time where it'll be our final podcast. And
I don't have that.
I thought about that.
I don't have
and
that.
I was like, that's kind of weird.
I don't have a. If I start something, I'm sure you're the same. I want to see it all the way and it go forever. You know what I mean?
Well, eventually we're gonna grow out of it, right? We can't Lee Corso this. We can't. No. Lee Corso still work. Is it Lee Corso or is it who's the guy that puts the? I think it is Lee Corso, right? The guy that puts the helmets, the mascots on for college football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he's doing his absolute best, but he has a very much smaller role on the show now than he used to, versus if me and you are kind of, we start getting a little loopy, we start getting,
we will.
Like,
I'm already getting loopy.
I know, but try to do a 2-hour podcast where it's just me and you. Like he's got hosts, he just needs to pop in and be like, it's the Fighting Irish, and then he go, everyone goes nuts. We got to try to have these conversations. So we'll go as long as we possibly can. Trust me.
I look forward to the days where I'm not on tour and we're doing the pod. That's going to be electric. It really is.
If you think we fire shots now, just wait until we don't have to see these people, park next to them and see them and be like, hey man, sorry I had to talk to you like that, but it is what it is. So